Hello everybody, Applefailz here, and I'm just going to tell you about what I'm thinking of the Battlefield 4 beta as of right now. So I played it the day after it came out. I'm not too ahead. I'm level 3 at the moment. I've unlocked everything for the assault class, and I'm working on engineer to give you a good idea of where I'm at. So about 13 hours in, I would probably say is a fair point of where I am. I'm really loving the game. It is everything I expected it to be and more. And I'm pretty known to overhype games, but this is actually spectacular. So I pretty much expected it to be Battlefield 3.1, but it really didn't turn out to be that. And I'm only playing the beta, you know, there's no telling what else there is. They've added all kinds of new map elements where you can like put up lifts so vehicles can't go over bridges, and elevators that get on top of buildings and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing. And the map you're playing on, whatever of Shanghai, you know, if you the building falls, like everybody knows that, but you would expect it to be kind of how like Caspian border. It just happened at the end of the round, and it just was a persistent thing. No, the way the Shanghai map works is the building can stay there all round long if you don't destroy it. I mean, it has to be player done. The way it works is you just go knock out all the beams around the building, and eventually it'll fall down. And the cool thing is C, the objective C, is at the very top of the building. The only way to get up there is via helicopter or elevator. So when you knock the building down, you would think, where the hell C? But the rubble falls into the ocean, or the sea next to you, or whatever. And then the flag is at the end of the rubble. And it's pretty cool. The map's like a U, and C goes through the middle of it. It's very interesting the way it works. And the way they've done the map is fantastic. I mean, this will probably be the Caspian border of Battlefield 4, because everybody loved Caspian border because it was just so big, you know. 64 players on that map actually felt like a battle. But of course, after playing it as I2, I'm a little spoiled in that aspect. But there are a few bugs, obviously, because it is beta. None of which I've encountered are game breaking. I've heard about mouse stuttering issues. I haven't seemed to have came into a problem with that. For me, the only problems that I really have been crashing and random lag spikes. But even if I get a lag spike, all I have to do is look up to the sky. My FPS goes back up to 60, and I look down and I'm fine. So nothing game breaking. I've actually had a pretty smooth experience. And the battle log is pretty interesting too now. They've added a bunch of cool stuff, like your emblem actually matters now. It's kind of like Call of Duty in a way. You can't put it under gun or anything like that. But when you kill somebody and it shows your kill cam, you can see your emblem there now. The emblem creator is pretty much the same. But it was a pretty good system, so I'm kind of glad they didn't change it, honestly. Vehicles are pretty much the same. Helicopters do a little bit more damage. They're actually a little bit more powerful. Whereas, I mean, that's arguable that in Battlefield 3 they weren't. But it seems like they've made them sort of like glass cannons. They're super easy to kill, and they do a lot of damage. I mean, I'm kind of okay with it, especially since tanks are a little bit more beefy. I think they take one more hit now to kill. And they do, I would say they do about the same damage, if not a little bit less. And the vehicle unlocks are cool too. Actually, the whole unlocking system now is phenomenal. So just as a refresher, in Battlefield 3, you leveled up your character, and as you did that, you unlocked global things. And when you played the class, you had a class level bar too, and that's how you would unlock more weapons for that class, like the defibrillator for assault, for example, and stuff like that. So now the way it works is when you play that class, the same thing happens, but as you play through assault, for example, your assault bar goes up, and playing assault will unlock you a class of weapons. I forgot. Actually, no, assault doesn't have one. Engineer, if you play long enough, you get carbines. And then when you unlock carbines, you have to use that carbine that they unlock for you, and then playing carbines will unlock more carbines. So it's a very interesting system, especially since you know, people who don't really want to play through a billion guns to get to a shotgun, for example, they can just have one set goal and work toward shotguns and get the shotgun they want. It's progression system without as much tediousness, if that's a word. I think I just made that up. Whatever. But you know, in Battlefield 3, like if you want the last gun on the list, oh well, you have to work all the way there. But now that it really doesn't happen in any specific order, and I guess that's what I'm really trying to say, is that you can kind of do it at your own rate, which is honestly a lot better in my opinion. Vehicles work the same way now too. Each vehicle has a progression, obviously, and it's pretty much like Battlefield 3, but they've sort of streamlined it a little bit and made it easier to see in battle log and what you need. And also a side tidbit that you can actually access battle log in game now. In beta, it doesn't appear that you can launch into new servers from within game. You still have to use the browser, but that could be something that makes it into final. You don't really know. It's Battlefield. You kind of know what to expect. But honestly, it kind of blew my expectations, like I said. The graphics don't really look that much better than Battlefield 3, but the thing is there is so much more on the screen. Even more so vertically than anything else. Like, before Battlefield 3 only went like a couple meters in the air, except for aircraft. But now, like, you can freaking see all the way to the top of the buildings, and there's people up there, and you can see the character models and everything, and you can go up there. And like the water too, like you can dive in the water. There's actually waves. Oh, and the attack mode is pretty cool too. It's like a water tank of doom. Really just a bunch of cool stuff, and I'm sure that the footage I'm showing you is kind of showing that. The gun mechanics are spectacular as well. Pretty damn realistic. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'm going to probably put out a couple more Battlefield 4 beta videos before the actual game comes out. One might go on EGB, which is a new collective channel I joined. Here's the link. If you have no idea what that is, you should totally click it because it's me and all my friends and we have fun. Yeah. But yeah, expect more soon. Thank you for watching and see you guys later.